It's exciting, and Dino's there. That's dandy.
Julie Gore's partner watches on. Probably won't appreciate that pun at this stage of the game. But can Trina find that double 10? Sue can't watch, but she can now. Open your eyes, Sue, and stand and applaud. You have to feel sorry for Julie Gore. It's 6 defeats out of 6 on the Lakeside stage for her, but how well is she taking it? Trina's never lost her first match, and she's through to another semi-final.
She certainly is. Confirmation then of the women's semi-final draw at the 2013 World Championships. Sharon Prinz will take on Lisa Ashton. That is on Thursday. And then the game on Friday, Trina Gulliver, the 9-time champion, against the defending champion, Anastasia Dobromislova. Scott Waits with me. That is a tantalising match if ever I saw one, and it must be a strange position for Trina to be in, of course, coming into Lakeside unseeded and so therefore squaring off against the #1 seed in the semis.
Well, it doesn't happen too often, does it? She doesn't come in here unseeded too often. She's usually coming in here as a champ. She did it last time and she came back and won it. So she has the character to do it. Anastasia is a tough opponent for her, and as Trina is for Anastasia. It's such a tight game, that one. It could go anywhere. I know that they're both using different darts. Anastasia's dropped her darts 2 grams, and Trina's using new ones. So is that going to affect the game when it comes to the nitty-gritty and the nervous part of the game?
We shall see. It will be an interesting match indeed. We'll turn our attention back to the men's tournament then. And confirmation of Tuesday's order of players. The last 16 matches get underway. The man alongside me, Scott Mitchell, into the last 16 for the first time, will take on Kong. Robbie Green, Daryl Fitton will take on the #1 seed Stephen Bunting. Alan Norris and Wesley Harms, good friends, they play together in Holland. They're squaring off. And then Steve Douglas, remarkable story, of course. He had a heart attack less than a month ago, won through in his first round. He takes on the silverback. Our coverage is back on ESPN tomorrow night. We'll start at 6:30 p.m. Day 4 from Lakeside. Make sure you join it. Just leaves me time to say big thanks to Scott Mitchell and best of luck for tomorrow, big man. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
There's a blast from the...
Day 3 at Lakeside saw uncharted territory for the 9-times women's world champion Trina Gulliver. She'd never had to qualify for Lakeside before, and as a result, her quarter-final opponent, Julie Gore, just happens to be the reigning Winmau women's champion. Your commentary team on this one, Vassos Alexander and Tony Green.
Wales versus England. The lady they call the Ice Cube. Welcome, Julie Gore. Welcome, England's golden girl, Trina Gulliver! Trina to throw first. Game on.
Well, here's a familiar sight on the Lakeside stage. Trina Gulliver throwing
60.
darts with her game face on. 9 times the champion, of course. In 11 visits, she had never lost before the final, before last year.
Yes,
41.
she certainly is the golden girl of darts. Her opponent, Julie Gore, the Ice Cube, has never got past the first round. So
41.
maybe it could be a difference, because this young lady, she's really come to the fore of late. Won 2 World Masters. Proving a point, thank you.
Yes, Julie's been coming to Lakeside every year since 2008 and has lost in the quarterfinals, which is the first round on each of those
60.
5 occasions. But her form, as you say, Tony, suggests this could be the year where things change. If only it wasn't Trina Gulliver in her way.
81.
Yeah, but Trina's been slipping up with the finishing the last couple of championships.
60.
Funnily enough, Tony, Trina only qualified for Lakeside
83.
this year when Julie won the World Masters. And just as a thank you, she's going to try and dump her out in the first round.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it, really, when you think about it. Waited to see who was... It's happened with the men as well.
156.
They had to wait and see who was going to come through as a qualifier.
27.
Trina back on 199.
Julie require 129.
Good finish. 19's first, though. Treble 20 leaves the bull. I like that one. Unlucky. A little bit wayward, to say the least.
77. Trina require 112.
Good final dart, though.
The pink ladies are out. Yeah, single 12. And double top for the first leg, first set.
72. Julie require 52.
Chance for Julie here. Double top. Oh, good mark of that. Off the barrel.
14.
Drifted into double
Trina
one, so
require 40.
another chance for Trina. 3 darts. Double top. Double 10. That's the
Game
one.
shot and the first leg. Trina Gulliver. Second leg, it's Julie to throw first. Game on.
Just on my notebook, I immediately went to give the leg to Trina, and I put her on the left-hand side because that's where she always is. She's always the seed. She's usually the top seed.
100.
I got it wrong because unusually this year she is not seeded, so it's Julie Gore who takes pride of place on the left-hand side of my notebook.
Oh, I'm pleased you brought your notebook,
100.
Mr. Officer.
$140.
They love that, though, with the beer and the chapati. Can't beat it. It's a night out for a Mexican.
A night out for a Mexican is never a
100.
successful night out if they don't have a leg or two of darts.
$28.
He looks vicious here tonight. really meaningfully.
140.
It's that title back.
As
So
a
what's 6-1?
161.
Yes, it's a treble. Treble 17 now. 84 left. Treble 20. There's room in it.
97. Julia required 93.
good leg this. 12 darts each, and oh, unlucky. Can still be done. Treble 19 for double 18. Yes. Double 18 for a 15 dart leg. Yes,
shot.
brilliant.
And the second leg.
Up to the
Julie
bounce
Moore.
out as well. I think we'll give her that as
Third leg,
14
it's Tina
darts.
to throw first. Game on.
Certainly a good leg of darts with the two of them. Okay, one apiece.
100.
Looks very disappointed, but saved the set. Getting the best of order for a great crowd once again. As always here at the lakeside. Potter's Paradise.
121.
Nick Rawls, our referee. Very military, isn't he?
Yep.
100.
This is made it difficult. Flight blocking the bed. Managing to get through, up and over.
60.
Just picked up a scoring, has Trina. That's the first time in a leg and a half. Hasn't
60.
found at least one treble 20.
$140.
Good leg here for Trina Gulliver. Turn 1-2-1 and 140. Double top when she comes back to the hockey because 305 for Julie Gore.
100. Trina, you require 80.
Treble 20. Double 10. But she's got at least 6 darts to finish.
She can do it in 2. It's a 14 dart leg. She does it in 3. It's a 15 dart leg. Anything Julie can do.
60.
Not quite.
She'll be coming back once again. Outshot though, as I say. 205. Double 10 is the shot for Trina Gulliver.
24. Trina, you require 20.
Double 10 the shot. Oh, now then. Single one. Oh,
No
Trina.
score.
There's a finish now here. And double 10. But she's going to have to about a little bit.
60. Trina, you require 20.
Well, she's had trouble hitting this double, but she hasn't been under pressure. She's under a little bit now with Julie Gore on
Game
1-2-1,
shot,
and
and the third leg.
finally
Trina Gulliver.
the leg is wrapped up by the Golden Girl.
Fourth leg, it's Julie to throw first. Game on.
The loose starts coming from Julie,
39.
reigning world master.
Trina here is the only player to have registered a 90-plus match average here at Lakeside
66.
in the Women's World Championship. She's done so on 3 occasions. Her highest is 95.97 in the semi-finals of 2006.
97.
Helped by an 11 dart leg on that occasion.
Should go to bed.
140.
Yes, those are the darts you can produce. Very long career. Still at the top.
125.
Really got to help that she's been on that stage and enjoyed so much success on that stage. She expects to win when she's there, however she's been playing.
27.
Still finding them loose starts, not as consistent as she has in the past. And I think that's what's let her down.
100.
Julie on a finish, 140 with Trina back on 268. How much can she take out of it? Oh, she can't finish now. Well, she can't
80.
get herself onto a finish.
Julie, you require 140.
Won't be this time. She'll be coming back though. Trina trailing.
82.
Requires 188. Ice Cube, that's the nickname of Julie. It's like a bit of ice in the drink.
60. Julie,
I
you
would
require
think.
58.
And ice cool on the Oki. How cool, aiming for this double top. Not so much, but another dart at it. There it
Game
is.
shot. And the fourth leg. Julie Gore. Fifth leg, it's Trina to throw first. Game on.
Some well-deserved applause there for Julie. It's made it 2-2 now, this crucial leg for the first set. Advantage to Gulliver. Where's she travelling to?
40.
Down to the 19s, but unsuccessfully. Will Julie punish her?
41.
Run up to the board. She is doing.
45.
Brings a smile from the Crows.
Cheese, as they're calling him, cheese rolls.
40.
Get there quick. That's
Better.
better. Isn't it?
81.
As she's a lot of loose. We've never seen this in the past.
Sue looks worried. But then again, she always looks worried.
43.
Chance to get in front. Good margin. It's all low scores so far.
55.
A few nerves, I think.
$21.
Scoreboard, all blue. 81, the highest score. After 4
80.
visits to the board from both players.
Double figure numbers come up blue on our scoreboards and on the big scoreboards on either side of the stage here at Lakeside, and scores of 100 or more come up red.
81.
A bit like a Ryder Cup in reverse.
There we go.
You want red on the scoreboard, not blue.
$24.
That is Benito van der Pas, who is enjoying the rest of the week here at Lakeside. He doesn't have any stress anymore in his life, certainly not this week, because he's out.
Yeah, but I think he'll be winning a few titles.
43.
Good player. I like his style. I like his manner as well.
Yeah, nice
Very
guy.
nice guy. Well, 96 left. After 15 darts, 2-3-2 still required before this throw.
100. Trina, you require 96.
Treble 20, double 18. Come on, Trina, you know how they are. It's blocked. Yeah, they blocked that treble. Not certain whether that one's in. But it was in, it's double 8. And there's the set.
Trina Gulliver. Second set, first leg, it's Julie to throw first. Game on.
That last leg was missed. She knew it was in. Double 8. One set to the good.
100.
For the golden girl.
Which puts her 1 set away. Best of 3 sets in the Women's World Championship. Couple of loose darts, but that's
78.
better. And so say all of us.
Yeah, but who's saying that down there? I hope he's a nice
95.
gentleman. The wife's down there, it must be her.
Tony Eccles plays later.
59.
Lagoon shows as well. Well, Trina's scoring, I'm afraid, for the titles that she's won. I just can't believe
30.
it. Maybe nerves, you never know.
Well, in the same way as Trina gets up there and she has so many memories of winning, Julie, I'm afraid, has the opposite memories. 5 defeats out of 5, which is a set away from becoming 6 out of 6.
40.
I used to take her around the country on the Bullseye Road shows, and she played men only. She only lost 2.
Is this Trina or Julie?
No, Trina.
41.
She was the world champion. Used to take all the world champions.
Tell us a bit more about the Bullseye Road show, Tony.
Similar to the show itself, you know, but I used to get more contestants and then work it down to 2. We got all the prizes, all the big prizes, black magic and all that type of thing. Few pencils.
60.
Speedboat.
That was only that was at the end of the show, and they had to go in the water to get it.
I think you can safely say
60.
that this is one of those quiet legs.
Yes, I think it is, but they're engrossed out there.
Yeah.
Why aren't they throwing as good as they can?
60.
So again, it's all blue after 15 darts each. I think they're nervous of each other, you know.
99. Julie require 115.
Both on a finish, finally. She came out for the bull, so 18. Or bullseye, maybe. 90 left. Unlucky. How about a third 25, Julie? Treble 15,
95.
well done.
Trina, you require 124.
So off we go. 99. 20 she's looking at. 1s she's at, but the treble. So still a chance of getting down to a finish.
42. Julie, you require 20.
2 10s for Julie Gore.
score. Trina, you require 82.
25 over ball is a shot. So it's 25. 17 now. Oh dear. What's happening here? It's a nice smile.
62.
So Julie Gold back.
Julie, you require 20.
It's double 10. The best double, double 5.
Game
She's got
shot and the first leg, Julie Gore. Second leg, it's Trina to throw first. Game on.
So the first leg set and set. Goes to Julie Gore, but these girls are not doing anything on this stage.
60.
They won't be pleased.
We've played 6 legs so far.
45.
And you know what they say about the advantage of throwing first.
It's not always the case, actually.
It is in this match.
44.
And as you can see there, all square. 3-3, 1-3-3. That's leg started. Good cover shot there. Well, they better staying on the 19s, really. There's nothing happening at the top of the board for either player.
41. $78.
I think you're right, Tony. Another treble 19.
Don't like saying it, but I've never seen Trina play this bad. And I'm sure she'll agree with me when she has a look at the DVD. Another 4 scores, all in blue.
100.
Yes, at last. A few cheers from the crowd. It's no out shots. Still 173. Oh, this is very good. 100. Yeah, 46. Yeah, either one would have left the finish 6 over 10. No outshot, as I said, 173.
But at least she's finally found that treble 20 on the last visit.
97. Julie require 36.
Double 18 the shot. Double 9. She's going to break the throw.
18. Trina require 76.
Treble 20. $25 ball, that's the only thing I can see. Oh, look at that. She's having no luck, but she isn't throwing well either. So it'll be double 9 for Julie Gore when she comes to the board.
Julie require 18.
To move 2 legs up in this set and to break the throw for the first time all match.
Julie Gore. Third leg, it's Julie to throw first. Game on.
And there is the double. It's one more leg to even the match at 1 set apiece. Neither player is doing themselves proud. Trina could be trying too hard. Not relaxed.
41.
I've seen the bracelet when she throws. how it slips down.
Always has done, hasn't it?
Yeah. Take a look at it.
39.
So, there she goes. There we go.
And that's what usually happens at the end of the throw, a dart in the treble 20.
137.
Excellent.
Opportunity now to save this set.
I wonder if Trina Gulliver is playing herself into a little bit of form now.
This is better. 137, 140. Here's the score. 183. Well in front on the leg.
Look at this. Much, much better.
99.
Trina Gulliver of old. 137, 140 and 99. 9 darts.
And a 140 at the end of the last leg.
100. Trina, you require 84.
but this is the main part of the game. Treble 20. Options. 16 should be. Double 8 left. Yeah, double 8. Oh, well done.
Shot and the third leg.
15
Trina
dart
Gulliver.
finish.
Fourth leg, it's Trina to throw first. Game on.
So after a 15 dart finish, saves a set, leading by 1 set. So a bit of pressure on Julie Gore now.
Yeah, and Trina back in the treble 20 again.
140.
Yeah, and their throw.
She's found it, hasn't she? She has found it. That's what makes a champion.
Got the golden girl emblazoned on the back of her jacket. She has been the golden girl. 140 ton. Cleared the cobwebs away.
She was sitting in your seat, Tony, a couple of nights ago, commentating on one of the matches. Love a whoopee cushion, by the way. You've got to love a whoopee cushion. And I asked her, how do you turn things around when it's not going right on stage? She says, you've just got to dig deep. And I think that's exactly what she has done here.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. After the way she's thrown, and then suddenly a great leg. Now she's come out with 140 ton 140 on a finish of 121. Looked like losing the set. Now she's a chance of leveling it up.
Well, with Julie back on 4-2-2, you understand why she didn't want to go for the treble 17 bull.
55.
Well, look at Julie's scores. 28, 22, 29.
One of the more extraordinary matches here yesterday, Tony, was Wesley Harms against Runa David. It was extraordinary because of Runa's antics, but Wesley's through and Wesley's enjoying himself. Tops to level the set here. Yes, oh, she's back. And how?
Trina Gulliver.
Well, what a turnaround.
Fifth leg, it's Julie to throw first. Game on.
The Trina Gulliver of old is back at the hockey. Well, Julie has to win this leg.
A 15 darter followed by a 15 darter, and now this is match point, a leg away. Trina, who has a big following here. From the Bath Arms, where she lives in Cheddar.
41.
Those are the checkout percentages. Look at that, 5 out of 10, very tidy.
Yeah, well, she was chased off earlier.
Also a load of fans in from Southern, where she was born. And for the first time ever, she's brought her next-door neighbours. Because she says they put up with an awful lot. So a ticket to Lakeside to say thank you. Oh, look at that.
140.
Yeah, really switching it on. A big chance of taking the match at this stage.
100.
Trailing by 80 points after that one. Or 81 to be precise.
$140.
Back-to-back ton 40s again.
Can't believe the change from the first couple of legs in here and a couple in the
100.
first. Unbelievable.
Well, Julie's on a finish, a 141.
Back to normal. Come on, treble 20. 176, leave 116 if you get it. You have done, it's a good chance.
Julie, you require 141.
It's a nice finish, 116.
141 can't now be taken out.
Come on, Julie.
43.
Let's go all the way.
Trina, you require 160.
Big moment. Just taking her time. Treble 20. Still treble 20. She'll stay on treble 20.
60. Julie, you require 98.
To keep her in the match. It's the 18. Yeah, went to 54. So treble 20. And it's, look at the 10s.
88. Trina, you require 56.
Well, if Tina takes this, once again, Julie will never have got past the first round in the World Championship. 16. Double top. A high flyer.
36.
Still a chance.
Julie, you
Julie go.
require 10.
Big moment. Sue bites her nails again. So close. Double 5 she needs to take us into a deciding set. And oh, unlucky. Unlucky.
No score. Trina, you require 20.
Double 10. She's 3 darts in her hand. Where are they going to land? Are they going to land in that double 10 and give her the match? Double 5. Oh dear. Both the same on the 5s. Bust.
Julie, you require 10.
Every time they miss, the tension just ratchets up another notch. Double 5 now for Julie Gore to take us into that deciding set. No, she's busted. Surely now for Trina.
Trina, you require 20.
It's exciting, and Dino's there. Yeah, that's dandy.
Julie Gore's partner, what she's on, probably won't appreciate that pun at this stage of the game. But can Trina find that double 10? Sue can't watch, but she can now.
Shot.
Open your eyes, Sue,
Trina Gallagher.
and stand and applaud. You have to feel sorry for Julie Gore. It's 6 defeats out of 6 on the Lakeside stage for her, but how well is she taking it? Trina's never lost her first match. And she's through to another semi-final.
The only Belgian in the men's draw this year is Gert de Vos. 12 months ago, he made it through to the second round. If he was to do so again, he'd have to beat the Englishman Tony Eccles, who last appeared here on the big stage in 2007. Your commentary team on this one, Jim Proudfoot and Vassos Alexander.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First set, first leg. Head to throw first. Game.
Good afternoon and welcome to the private players practice area here at the Lakeside in Frimley Green. More afternoon highlights from the BDO 2013 World Darts Championships. Wesley Harms is already in this board. In fact, we're packed this afternoon as well. Young Jimi Hendrix getting ready for his match tomorrow. The ever-friendly Alan Chuck Norris warming up with Steve Douglas here at the moment. And on the final board, a very happy man indeed, Scott Mitchell, who reached the second round for the first time. He's raring to go tonight. And Anastasia Dobromoslova, the women's champion, already through to the semi-finals. There's a kiss there. It's the only reason to do the job. Wonderful, what a perk that is. We've got the 3 last first-round matches to bring you highlights of tonight, plus the final women's quarter-final. But the reason why you come here is to catch up with a wonderful Bobby George all afternoon. What a pleasure. What's the tie of the day?
Tie of today is bread and breakfast. Now, bread and breakfast is if you score 26, it's called bread and breakfast.
Why?
Because years ago, bread and breakfast used to be half a crown, 2 and 6. That's where it came on.
Right, here's what's coming up in the show. Enter Scott Waits. He's hoping to finally realise his potential this year at the Lakeside. Although his first-round opponent was no pushover, the likeable young Dutchman, Willy van de Veel. The winner of that match will play either Belgium's Gert de Vos or England's Tony the Viper Eccles. Scotland's last remaining hope, Ross Montgomery, has made the second round before. But he would have to go some to beat last year's quarter-finalist, Mr. Paul Jennings. And this afternoon we'll also look at the last ladies' quarter-final, which involved multiple champion Trina Gulliver. All that to come then, but let's start with Gert de Vos, the only man from Belgium ever to play on the Lakeside stage. And he was taking on Tony Eccles, who, for those who love their darts, will remember 6 years ago was the last time he played at the Lakeside, and he made the quarter-final.
Feel really well. I'm pleased to be here again, because last year I've been 1 round. So really happy. Now I'm come back. Now I'm going to try to do better. For me, don't give any pressure to being seeds. I'm number 14 seed now. That's only I play good all year. That's why I'm C1.
Last time here I was in the quarterfinals, so I'm looking forward to it. I know what to do up there. I've got a lot of experience, and you know, I'm playing well again. I've got over all my injuries and all. Been injured for the last maybe 4.5 years. It's the first time I've ever gone into a tournament now without any injuries.
Form is okay now, practicing very well. I'm in good shape. Last year I played also on Monday, so you can be here, you can be relaxed, you can see everything, the crowd, how it's going.
A lot of people say don't play what's in front of you. Well, that's exactly what I'll be doing. I'll be playing what's in front of me, because the bigger these players are, the better I play. I'm up for the game, you know.
I know him from seeing, but never played against him, never seen against him playing, so I don't know what I can expect.
I know he's a good player, but I can also be a very good player. I wasn't number 1 in the world for nothing.
Gert de Vos through, and Bobby, he's a great example of a hard-working dart player. You know, practice makes you better, because last year he came here and got better and better, and this year he comes in as a seed and he's handling that. He's got confidence in his own ability.
He played very well last night. I thought he was very good. He was solid throw. Started off a little bit slow, mind you, a bit of nerves. Eccles got in front of him. I thought, oh, he's going to be in trouble here. And then he settled down. Once he got the power behind the dart, he started hitting the treble 20. But at the beginning, he couldn't. He was hitting the 19s, but not the 20.
Now, yesterday I was waxing on about averages, and you chastised me, and I think this is proof because the man who got the average below 90 went through, and the man who got the average above 90 went out.
See, Eccles got 90.84, and Devossy's got 88.69. So, it's not much in it, we know, but averages don't mean nothing. It's to win at the end.
Even look, though, you always say, of course, trebles for show, doubles for dough, but, you know, we say that 40 is about average for your checkouts. You want to hit at least 40. 43, and he still didn't get through. 43,
yeah, but, you know, I check out 116, 180, you know, but it's what it is, it's the doubles in every leg. It's not, it's a good stat to say, but it doesn't always count.
So it's basically about what you were saying about Devossy, solid. So every leg, every set, he's playing to that standard rather than hitting 180, 140, 41. Yeah. He's 100, 100, 100.
If you keep the same all the time, you pressurise the player.
Yeah.
You know he's been a good score, bad score. You've got to keep the pressure on all the time.
I like the way he plays darts. I like the fact that he brings a Belgian contingent here, and my favourite fan is the crazy Dutch guy, who's actually really nice as well.
Nice.
You know, he's good to talk to. He's a really intelligent guy. But once the darts go, he goes absolutely crazy. Loves darts. Did you ever have a crazy fan like that went to all your games?
Yeah, loads. Yeah. Dress up, loads of women though, normally.
Is that right? So all the women? Yeah. And then when you started losing your looks, more men started to come to see you play?
Nah.
Now, as we said, he's the first man from Belgium to play on the stage. Gert de Vos, have you done exhibitions in Belgium? Or
a few years ago I used to do a few, but then they're still doing them, but there's not as many like Holland. Holland's more busier. Yeah. But in Belgium, they do have exhibitions, but not so much as Belgium.
OK, so he's the one shining light.
Well, he's the one. He probably gets to work over there, you see.
Excellent. OK. Well, he is into the second round, and tonight, of course, we see the first 4 of those. So let me run you through them for the first time. Scott Mitchell, well, he couldn't hold back the tears as he finally made it past the first round. He might be hurting again tonight if he can't tame the beast that is Robbie Green. Then it's Daryl Fitton. A man who, when he does progress, gets more and more dangerous as he goes, but he has the man mounted in front of him, the Masters champion and #1 seed, Stephen Bunting. It's 9th seed versus 8th, as England's well-travelled Alan Norris takes on Wesley Harms, Sparky from the Netherlands. 12 years and 12 stone between them. And another animal of a man, the wonderful Tony O'Shea, takes on the affable Steve Douglas, who has been helping me the last couple of days with my throw, which might affect his chances tonight. Let's hear first of all from O'Shea, who loves his chat with Rob Walker.
Well, this guy has been here so many times, 11 previous visits to be exact. Tony, it's your 8th time in the second round, and you look pretty calm.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when you said that I'd been knocked out 3 times. I thought it was a lot more than that in the first round. So, yeah, happy to be in the second round again. It's, as we've said many times, we feel like we're in the tournament now, so I'm happy about that. Yeah.
What's your assessment of your performance against John Boy?
It was a big win. The performance wasn't perfect, and John missed a lot of doubles. I got a bit of luck there, but I think you need a bit of luck sometimes, and as I said, just happy to be in that second round. That first one's out of the way, and practice is going well today, so hopefully I'll put in a better performance tonight. Yeah.
You're a bit of an elder statesman around this room. You walk around, people ask you for advice. Can you still remember the very first performance up on the big stage?
As if it was yesterday. It was against Colin Monk. It was my first time here, obviously, and I was so nervous, but I thought this might be the only time I'm here. And all my prize money, I spent it the whole week. I was going to stay here for the week no matter what, and I had a fantastic week, but luckily I've been here every year since. So, and it was actually quite an exciting game that day. It went to a final leg decider, so yeah, I've got great memories of that first year.
Well, you've come such a long way since then, as have your fans, of course. Are the usual army of Stockport crowd descending?
Yeah, there'll be a few down. They've already set off a lot of them, and they seem to turn up with the scarves all the time. I mean, some of them I've never seen before, but they were there on Saturday night up on the balcony, and it's nice to see that shout of Blue Army when you're ready to play and that. So, yeah, it's great having that support.
Is there ever a time where that support becomes a pressure for you? Because now that all the former champions have been knocked out, a lot of eyes are focusing on you. 2 times a losing finalist. People are saying, is it finally the big man's year?
Well, the only thing I can do about that is go and play my best. I mean, I don't worry about how the crowd are feeling, or obviously nobody wants it more than me, and I try every year. I try just as hard every year. Hopefully one day it'll happen, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't. I mean, I'm a believer in whatever will be sort of thing. So
you don't seem bothered about this sort of people's champion tag at all.
No, I mean, as long as they're enjoying the performances, and obviously they can see I do enjoy it most of the time, it's nice being a people's champion. At least I'm a champion of something.
Oh, it's a lot more than just the people's champion. What about the match against Steve? On paper, you're the favourite.
Yeah, it's. I preferred it in the years gone by when I was always the underdog. I always seemed to fight hard. He's playing great at the moment. I watched him last night practicing. He was one of the first ones in here. And yeah, he looks in good form. And obviously after his health scare, he actually looks a lot better as well since the Zadadan. So it's going to be a tough game. He's an England international. I've played him a few times, and I know it's going to be a tough game.
One thing that comes across in talking to you is your sheer passion for darts. It doesn't seem to have waned at all, despite all the years you've had, all the journeys and the tours you've had. You still love this sport. Well,
I mean, it's an enjoyable... That's why I started playing darts. It wasn't thinking I was going to play at the late side or make money out of it. It was because I love playing darts, and I still watch every game on telly. You know, and I've got a great video library of old games, and I do watch them now and again. And obviously, I saw all the bellies and bullseyes. That brought back some great memories. I mean, my first ever visit down here was with Alan Evans in 1987, I think it was. And he had a great run that year. He lost in the semi-finals, and he was a friend of mine. And so that was my first visit to the lakeside. And I never dreamt then I'd be here all these years later actually playing. It's unbelievable.
Well, cherish it up there. I know you will, and they'll all be shouting for you as they always are. Good luck.
Bless them. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Very well, and this is the man who has to contend with that, Steve Douglas. Even just listening to him there, it's no surprise. He's the same all the time, Tony O'Shea, off the hockey, Steve. Really well respected, softly spoken and respectful of you, but up there, he's a different beast.
Yeah, he is a different animal when it's game on time. Obviously, he wants to win, like big will to win, like everyone else. But he's a top fella. He really is. Love him to bits.
You're similar off the hockey, but you maintain your smile when you're up there. And things have changed for you so much. For those people who haven't been watching this week, you had a heart attack 3 weeks ago. It's a miracle you're even here playing. In a way, does that help your game?
I'm so relaxed. I have to be. So yeah, I feel really good. I mean, last year I got pretty uptight. Didn't play so well. This year, didn't play so well again. But I'm just happy. I'm just so happy to be here. It's really surreal, isn't it? Got to do it.
And it's interesting because, you know, 3 weeks ago, heart attack. You know, you got to deal with getting through the first round at the Lakeside. You've got Tony O'Shea tonight. Yeah, the hardest ordeal for you has been teaching me how to throw darts. At this time of the year, just like Wimbledon, people get a tennis racket. A lot of people buy the boards.
Yeah.
And you've been watching me throw. I'm terrible. And you said, I'll teach you how to throw a dart. So for anyone at home that's going to do that, or amateur players, it might be quite nice to have a look, because the first thing you said to me is, look, Col, you're just stabbing the dart. That's what everybody does, which means you throw it in a little jittery way like that. And that's a terrible way to throw the start. For those people that do want to learn a real basic, Steve's going to show you now, and it's all about the follow-through.
It is. I mean, that's the basic thing. When you're actually aiming a dart, you need to release it like that. Because the reason for that is in theory, every dart should be the same or close to the same.
It's all about mechanics and repetition.
When you're like stabbing it, I mean, that's when you start pulling it. You've got to nice and smooth. That's the idea behind it. Obviously, I didn't want to hit too much there because...
Yeah, bed and breakfast, Steve. Bed and breakfast is on Bobby's tie today. All right, so let's see if all the hard work has paid off. We've literally spent hours in the boards together.
Let's go for it.
Genuinely, let's see. So before I was stabbing, I'm trying to learn to follow through. And, you know, and you pointed out as well, it's not all about the scoring. So that's a 41, and you might slap your leg and say, why haven't I got an 80, or why haven't I got a ton? It's not about that. It's getting it in that right area and that mechanics.
I mean, if you go up in it, treble 13, treble 18, you know, the score's there, but it's rubber. It's bad darts. I always say, if you can get it between like the 18s and the 12, as an amateur, they're not bad darts. So don't be too gutted if you're hitting your 7s or your 26s, because they're not bad.
So what did you score? Just remind me what you got.
Just under you. I'm
26. Yeah. 41.
Yeah. Do you want to play tonight?
I might just tag me in. If you're 3 sets down, just tag me in.
We'll
Thanks,
do a
Steve.
tactical switch.
Win or lose, you have to teach me more tonight.
Definitely.
Right, so we've learned a little bit. Maybe we'll do a few more workshops as the week goes on here in the afternoon with your highlights. We're going to concentrate now, once again, on the fabulous women's draw. 4-seed Irina Armstrong fell to Sharon Prins of the Netherlands, who did brilliantly on her lakeside debut, and she'll play Lisa Ashton in the first semi-final after she toppled last year's beaten finalist Dita Hedman. For both of those girls, a final berth will be an absolute dream.
Well, it just wouldn't be a lakeside without Trina Gulliver. Trina, congratulations on your win last night, but a different situation this year because you arrived here unseeded.
Yeah, this year it's been a difficult year this year personally, and that. But my darts has been steady all through the year. But yeah, it was actually Julie Gore that won the Winmore World Masters, which allowed me to be here because I was next in the rankings to come up. So thank you to Julie. And again, thank you.
Well, slight feelings of guilt, but what's your honest assessment of your performance in that quarter-final?
It was a bit of hit and miss, really. You know, we started off really well, and then we both had a set where or a couple of legs where we were hitting rubbish scores, really. You know, and she was hitting 43, and I thought, go up and pressurise that, and I was hitting 41. So it's just one of them things. And then the following leg was different again. So it's hit and miss.
Right, let's talk about the semi-final, because that is going to be absolutely huge. You against Anastasia. Does the fact that it's Anastasia make you want the win even more?
No, not really. She's just another player, to be fair. You know, no disrespect with that. You know, it's just another player, another good player that you need to beat along the way.
Was there a little bit of needle between the two of you last year? Do you feel that she was, in some ways, perhaps a touch disrespectful in the manner in which she celebrated her victory 12 months ago?
A little bit, but then that's a year ago, and this year's different now.
OK, what do you do between now and Friday? Because it's a long time to wait for a big match, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but just be chilling out and doing bits and pieces and just relaxing and enjoying the darts.
What would it mean to you to beat her, get in the final and make it 10? It's got a nice ring to it, that, hasn't it?
10 would be nice, double figures, wouldn't it? That would be nice. So, yeah, obviously I'm going to try my best, and obviously Anna is going to try and defend her title, so it's the same.
Well, good luck when it comes. It's going to be an epic night on Friday.
I'm sure it will be.
It will be, and we said earlier in the week when Anastasia's on that stage, and especially when she's playing Trina, we make sure we have her dinner nice and early to get round to watch that, which is great for the women's game as a whole. She says she reckons Anastasia was a little disrespectful last year. Some might say that she was just a little bit more bullish, and it was much more like the average man's game, where you roll off that hockey and you punch the air, and it's better to watch.
I don't think she done it to Barrick or nothing. You do that. If you play well, you let your emotions out. She knew she had to beat her, and Trina got upset about it a little bit. But if Trina won, she might have done the same. They got a little bit nasty together, but now she's been playing on the circuit, it's not so bad, because she went to the PDC and she come back, you see, and then nicked the trophy. That's what she didn't like. That's true, though.
That's it.
Basically.
Saying it as you see it, that's what happens.
That's basic. So, obviously now she's started to settle down. She got used to Anastasia, and she's playing a little bit better, not as good as she used to play, I must say that.
Yeah.
Anastasia, great player. Julie Gore, she played pretty well, Julie Gore. She did it at the doubles.
Yeah.
And Julie said, I normally play well at the World Masters, but never play well here.
Trina said that Anastasia is just another player. She won't be thinking about who's beside her on that hockey on Friday night in that semi-final. You know, with all due respect, I'm not buying that. I think it means more to both of them, and I think the grudge is back there.
Of course, they're not another player. She knows if she does beat Anastasia, she could win it.
Yeah.
That's going to be the final for her. That's the final for her. And Anastasia thinks the same. They don't say, oh, they treat her just like a normal player, because that's rubbish, that is.
Who wins it then?
I've got to go for Anastasia. I mean, I like Trina, you know, she's a mate of mine, but I tell the truth. Her darts are not as good as Anastasia. She's unbelievable lady. She's brilliant. She's playing brilliant.
We'll have that for you. Friday night highlights on BBC Two. Then we're live on Saturday with the men's semi-final, the choice of the two. And then next Sunday, this Sunday coming, from 5:45, we're on air with the final of the BDO 2013 Men's Championships. But a long way to go. We're still recounting last night's final first round games, and we're also looking ahead to tonight's second round games. So we're going to concentrate on Alan Norris against Wesley Harms. It will be a close encounter. Alan chucked his first starts in earnest 3 years before Wesley was even born, but up there in the lakeside stage, very little to split them.
I'm just enjoying every match, and that's why I play so easily up here, because it's, yeah, I love the darts, and at the end of the row, if you don't love the darts, yeah, why should you play? My total game at all, I wasn't that satisfied because my average was a little bit low and everything, but at the end of the game, mentally, I stood above it, so that's good.
My goals is one match at a time when I'm at Lakeside. Every game is the final, as simple as that. That was probably my worst performance on stage for about a year or so, yeah, there's plenty to work on. I think we both missed a lot of doubles, but got the crucial one for the match in the end, so yeah, I was happy in the end. I think we've got a good relationship, make jokes about each other and everything, and at the end of the row, yeah, we both want to perform better than each other, so I think we've got a good relationship going on there. Yeah, a lot of people think he's arrogant and full of himself, but when you get to know the guy, it's more of the lost in translation sort of thing. It's more abrupt with him. That's his translation of Dutch to English. But no, he's a great guy. He'd do anything for you. Oh, you should have missed that one. Good one, mate. Good one. I think it's a magnificent, good player. If you see him all around Europe and everything, he's done great stuff. So, yeah, great respect for the guy. He's learning. He's a couple of years on the circuit, and he's fantastic results. He's doing well. When we play together, we're friends, but on stage, fortunately, we cannot be friends. So, it won't interrupt my game. I've played him a few times on the circuit. I've come off good all the time, but yeah, that happened. Never lost a kiss until last year. So, I'm not saying anything about it. I've never lost to Wes before. Yeah, of course I have. But not when it matters. So, it'll be a tough game. It'll be a proper darts match, that's for sure. I just want to get in there and hopefully kick his ass. Well, that's what he wants to do as well, so we'll see what happens.
Should have looked, we should have looked, shouldn't we?
Oh, sorry, we're on air, just talking. Oh. I tell you what we were talking about, just how bad they were at pool. You'd assume if you spend that much time in bars playing darts, you'd be good with a snooker cue in your hand.
Yeah, they filmed that. They should have set it up there, really.
Oh, it was absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Better than the dartboard. And Alan Norris, don't judge a book by his cover. He's well-travelled, he's well-read, he's well-spoken, and over the last 18 months to 2 years, he's got better and better, and he can no longer be considered an also-ran.
No, before he was a fun player. He used to jump out and have a bit of fun. But the last 2 years, he's completely changed. He's, I think, living in Holland or Belgium, and he's practising with the good players all the time. He's going in the tournaments over there. Last year, he was really, really unlucky. He clipped the wire on the double 12 to win 52 grand.
For the 9-darter?
For the 9-darter. And I felt sorry for him, because you get that close, it's unbelievable. But as a dart player, he's a very strong. He's very sort of, he don't muck about. There's no sort of giving it the big smiling game. He goes up there and does a job. Just beats them up.
And what about Wesley Harms? Because behind the scenes, one of the most liked people, the BBC crew absolutely love him. Really well-spoken lad.
Wesley Harms, he's a good player. He's only a youngster, but you can get at him. You can. Rude, was it David Rude? Rude David.
Runa David.
He's a rude person. But David Rude.
Runa David.
Yeah. He played him and he barracked him really bad. But he held it together as a young man. He took the first set, but he held it together and he come through and won. But you can get at him because he's a youngster. Yeah. But he is a nice, tidy player to watch.
What I said at the start, is that probably right when it comes to Harms against Norris? Too close to call?
I've got to go with Norris, really, to be honest with you.
OK, but close.
Be close.
We're up to best of 7 sets now, which gives us more time to see the real steel of the players.
The nerves, you're not saying that these guys will play better darts now because the nerves go. They're in the second round. It's a different game, longer format. they feel better because they're in the tournament now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, tomorrow on this very show in the afternoon in BBC Two, we'll have highlights of tonight's 4 second-round matches, but we're still tidying up yesterday's action in the tail end of the first round, and we move on to Scotland's only representative left, Ross Montgomery, hoping to get through against last year's beaten quarter-finalist Paul Jennings.
The pride of Scotland!
Well, one of the men responsible for the drama yesterday was Paul Jennings. Jeno, a fantastic win in the end.
Yeah. Felt a bit iffy when I first started, but yeah, I picked it up in the end.
We heard you weren't feeling very well before the match. What was the problem?
I just slept awkwardly the night before, and one side was twinged on my right shoulder, so got over it in the end.
Was it affecting you in the early stages of the match?
Warm-ups, mainly. But once I got on the stage, adrenaline took over and I didn't even realise. So.
Were you confident that you'd managed to get a result, because Ross is seeded 6th, so that wasn't an easy draw for you for an opening match?
No, I was, well, like I say, I've just played him as well in Antwerp and beat him 4-1, so I was confident on that side, but he's a very steady player, so I knew it was going to be difficult.
I was sitting watching the match with Tony O'Shea, and he was so impressed with some of your finishing. I think you had a 144 checkout at one stage.
I did, yeah, 144, 121 and 102. So, yeah, impressed myself.
Were you surprised that you were hitting those doubles so easily?
Well, a bit surprised, but I know what to do with them. It's just doing it on the big stage. I've been practicing them a lot, so I wasn't that surprised.
You're a player who sometimes falls under the radar. You know, you're not necessarily someone who courts the publicity, but you made it to the quarters last year. Do you feel that you've got your own way of going around a championship? You're not really necessarily noticed, but you're still there.
Oh yeah, I just keep myself to myself, and I know I can do it, or I wouldn't be here.
What about this second-round match against Jason?
It's going to be a good game. I watched his first game. Good player, so I've just got to do the same again.
You're certainly seeming extremely relaxed. Do you ever get agitated when you go up there on the stage?
I always get nervous. Everybody's going now. It's just, you've just got to get over it and play darts. That's what we're here to do.
Well done last night, Jeno. It was a fabulous match, and we know the second round will be just the same.
Thank you very much.
Was indeed Jeno through, and despite first-round disappointment for Martin Wolfie Adams, still very much enjoying the Lakeside experience and getting involved in things you never expected. Tell me about your story today.
Well, that's right, yeah. I met some gentlemen at the bar in the auditorium last night, and these guys had said, well, our mate is coming out of the forces in February. He's done 23 years service. They're based at the Prince's Royal Barracks here in Deep Cut, and would I play a game of darts with you, a leg of darts?
And you did?
Yeah, and we have. We've done it this afternoon, yeah.
Well, Sergeant Sydney then had to... How you doing, sir? Congratulations in 23 years.
Thank you very much.
You come down here to celebrate, you get a game of darts against Wolfie. Was it 5-01 each, or did he give you a lead?
Well, actually, I was kicking his ass, kicking his backside a little bit at the moment, at the beginning.
Do you know the funny thing is, I work with Bobby George, and it's hard enough to keep him not to swear. I expect more from a sergeant, sir.
Sorry about that, but it'll not happen again. But yeah, it was a good day yesterday, and it's actually been amazing this morning. So
who won the leg?
Of course he did.
Of course he did. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Now introduce me to the men who sent you off after 23 years.
Yeah, first of all we've got Mark. He's one of my colleagues that I've worked with for years now. We've got Scotty. He helped arrange it for yesterday, us to go to the Lakeside. We've got my boss, Jay. He's a good lad as well. And we've got Dave over the back end there.
I see, the thing is, I'm sure I recognise you from somewhere.
I was in here.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know I recognise you. You were the wing nut dressed as a dartboard last night, weren't you?
That was me, yeah. That was me, yeah. The only one dressed up out of the group.
I noticed that, as we can see. Nobody else with you is wearing any fancy dress. Why did these guys not step up to the plate? Why did they not man up?
Oh, brilliant.
I guess I'm just the fall guy all the time, isn't it? The one that gets on TV and gets the interviews, I suppose.
Well, will you miss this guy 23 years, and what a way to send him off?
Yeah, he's a good lad. We thought we'd give him a good leave and do. He likes the darts, so get him down here. You know, Wolfie, give him a game. Should have got beat, though. Sid's a good player. But yeah, I'm sure he's staying in the local area, so we'll keep in contact. He's a good lad.
Excellent. And will you be telling all the guys back home at the barracks? You're only about, what, 3 miles up the road, is that right?
Yes.
So will you be telling them to come down and let's play darts?
Absolutely. And for this nobody can top this one. This is the best living do ever that he would ever get, or anybody within the regiment would ever get.
Brilliant. Lovely thing to say on a national TV as well. Well, he's devilishly handsome, so he can stand beside me as I take you to highlights of the... Just behave yourself. Highlights of the final first round match from last night. They watched it. It was Scott Waits against Willy van de Wiel of the Netherlands. He's the 7th Dutchman to play in the first round. Scott, former Grand Slam of darts winner, he wants to change his lakeside story.
I've never played as well at Lakeside as I have done in other competitions, and I don't know what it is, I don't know why it is, and I hope like this year I can play like I've been doing around the circuit and on other TV events, and if I do, then you never know. All your mates say, are you worth a fiver or whatever, and if they want to waste the money, let them waste the money. It's up to them. I'm just going to get up there. I don't care whether I'm massive favourite or massive underdog. I'm just going to go and just play my own game. Today we'll go out. We'll have a couple of hours practice. Just go down Frimley Green, then get some lunch later on. Come back, have a quick shower, put my dart stuff on. Get over to the venue for about 5:30, watch everybody else get stressed out, and then relax and just try and prepare myself for my game. The atmosphere is absolutely fantastic. You've got all them people that are really close in together, and all they want to do is just come and watch darts. They're not here to cause any trouble or anything, and all they want to do is see you play darts and cheer you on. And to get up there and play darts in front of them people is absolutely amazing. You get a nice little chill down your spine when you walk up there.
There you go, a happy man, still smiling today, and Gert de Vos awaits you now in the second round. Just quickly on last night, you were pretty happy with that, average a little over 90, comfortable?
Yeah, it's always nice to get off to a good start, and a 3-0 first round win's pretty good.
We were talking during that, and Bobby and I, funny enough, said we hadn't really noticed it before, but right up until the second you released the dart, you're blocking the tip with your finger. It's actually between the dart and the dart board.
Yeah, it's strange. Just to get it to hold me dart in the same place all the time, I actually put the point in my finger, and so at the very last minute, all my fingers open up, and it just lets the dart go nice and easy.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anyone hold the dart so close to the point and actually block it, Bobby. You certainly...
Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of people hold it, they're right close, but their darts go up in the air when you hold it at the end and you throw it, you can tend to either go there or they drop down at an angle, like Taylor's.
Yeah, yeah.
He throws dead straight, perfect dead straight dart.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got the power behind the dart, dead straight, that's why he's so good.
And young Gert de Vos here is throwing his darts very well. You throw them quite like Bobby in terms of the stance. You made your debut last year. Some players like Scott Mitchell have just made it through to the second round for the first time. You seem very comfortable here.
Yeah, now I'm really comfortable. In the beginning I not play so comfortable. I think what's going wrong, what I do wrong. But then when I start to get comfortable, I play really well, yes.
And what about back home? Do the newspapers write about your exploits here? How big are darts in Belgium?
Yes, now they start to write about me. It's also because the other player, Kim Herbrechts, that's why they start write about me now.
Now, you bring probably at least 50 fans over, which, considering darts aren't that huge in Belgium, is pretty special. Now, this guy, I've been told you don't know him. He must be your dad. He has to be. I mean, he gets as excited as anyone in the whole arena. If he's not your dad, he's your stalker. So you're going to have to clear this up for me. Do you even know him?
Yeah, I know him about 10 years now. And then he come many years already to the lakeside. That's why, and then I started to know him 10 years ago, and now he's a very fan of me.
It's interesting because when people talk about Gert de Vos, the second thing they say is, oh, he's the guy with the crazy fan. He's almost getting more famous than you. We're going to have to stop this. What's your thoughts on this guy? Because, you know, Bookie's favourite going in. We know he can produce world-class darts when he's on form.
I played a couple of times against Scott already. Always play very well. So tomorrow I think I can win.
It's interesting because he will be calm enough up there because he's that type of person. Even talking to him now, Scott, he's just got a really level demeanour.
Oh yeah, yeah. And like Kurt says, we've played against each other before, and we've always had a good game. So it should be good, exciting game tomorrow as well.
You were saying yesterday that your game plan is to step away from the Lakeside a bit. You're practicing in a working man's club down the road, but you're being dragged back in slightly. The Lakeside magic, you've been here a few hours already.
Well, we've been down at the club today. I don't think I should have said that on TV last night because they were absolutely packed today.
They're happy.
Yeah, but all the locals seem to enjoy it as well. So, yeah, giving their club a mention. But I still didn't get a free pint anyway.
Just don't say their name again. I won't until I get mine either. Bobby, a good idea for Scott to do that because people keep yapping on at him about, you know, quarter-final.
Well, people always try you how to play to win, and they can't play themselves. You get that. Everybody, what you want to do, slow up. What you want, don't they? They always, and you get all that, and you don't want to be nasty to them.
Yeah.
You know, some people are.
What you're saying is, if you're at the Lakeside 24/7, you will be talking about darts 24/7.
Yeah, but you don't get pissed here. It's pretty good here.
Yeah.
But obviously they're all talking about darts because they're all fans and they love the game.
Yeah.
But if you want to get away from that, you've got to go somewhere where there's a ball you don't get bothered.
Now this guy, high 80s average, very comfortable in the first round. Scott, nice comfortable 92. We know he can be over 100. If he plays roughly that again, does Gert have a chance?
Well, I thought he started off a bit bad the first set, a bit nervous. I don't know if he was nervous, but you couldn't get into the treble 20. Your darts were sticking up in the air. He was okay on 19s. Then after the first set, you really hit the treble. You got the power, you got the nerves out of your system, didn't you? Am I right?
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong, I don't mind.
I wasn't so nervous, but I don't feel comfortable. When I
Yeah.
start to feel comfortable, then I play like practicing, then go very well.
You play very well. I was impressed how he played.
I'm impressed he understood a word that you said. So that's worked
The
out
thing
pretty
is,
well.
at the Lakeside, he's the best player here, I think, personally, this year, and bunting. But it doesn't always work out like that. He's been here 6 years, tried to 6 times, hasn't done it.
Yeah.
You get a guy come in and wins it.
Yeah.
He could be the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could have a bad magic day, but then he's got to stop him.
I think he's definitely the man to stop, Scott. I mean, your run in the Grand Slams have been amazing. You only get stopped. I mean, we were talking on the phone, funny enough, during the Grand Slam this year. We were like, what a game that, what a way to go out. No one will play that well and go out of a tournament. Sensational.
He played brilliant.
No,
He did, and you went out.
Awesome game of darts after playing, but it was just like, I can't get in front of him, I can't. You know, you come off stage and you think, I did nothing wrong there whatsoever, and I've lost that game. And the average is there, and the game was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, something else.
I mean, if we have a game like that tomorrow, then that'll go down in history books a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Right, you, back to the Working Man's Club. Is that what you're off to? Yeah, you get back down there, see if you can get a free pint. What are you doing? Just avoid the mad fan, but what else? What's the rest of your day today?
Today I'm gonna practice a little bit, then I go sleep early. Tomorrow.
Nice early night. Yeah. Lovely. Right, let's just remind ourselves of the overall draw. First of all, the bottom half, and this is what we'll get to see tomorrow night. Richie George, despite dubious parentage, has made it into the second round in his debut, and he'll face a lad called Jimi Hendrix, who toppled Martin Adams in the first round. That's going to be a belter. Gary Thompson, 2 quarterfinals to his name, has young Jan Decker to contend with. He reached the last 4 in 2011. Ireland's Jason Cullen, fresh from knocking out 11th seed Martin Atkins, has Paul Jennings to play against, and we've already filled you on in Gert versus Scotty. So these are tonight's fixtures that we'll have highlights of 11:20 tonight on BBC Two and tomorrow afternoon on the same channel. Scott Mitchell, the underdog, against Robbie Green, who's already knocked out the champion and fears no one, never has. England's Alan Norris takes on Wesley Harms from the Netherlands. It's veteran Tony O'Shea against the reborn Steve Douglas, and Daryl Fitton against Stephen Bunting. 2 of the Lakeside's most popular players. They square up on stage, and they're both up for the cup.
We're really good friends. We've played together at county level, obviously, and yeah, we've both got a lot of respect for each other, I think. I've known Stephen since he was 15 years old. In fact, he beat me in the final of the Lancashire Open at 15 when I don't even think he was allowed the prize money on the day, so... He's had Jimi Hendrix staying over at his house. He took him to the Liverpool match the other day. He even gave me a phone call to get me down the match. But he is one of those guys who always looks after the young players coming through. I bought him his last ticket. I paid for it because I couldn't go, so Stephen, there's a ticket there. You can have it if you want it. I've paid for it. You go, and he was over the moon, obviously.
Daryl Fitton to take the match.
Went for 10 for double top, which has been his friend throughout.
He's a bit like a big teddy bear, really. He's a lovable character. I think the crowd will be on his side, but hopefully I can turn the tide and get him on my side.
Game, shot, and the match, Stephen Bunting!
We'll be friends off the hockey. Before and during the game we'll give each other respect and everything, and but obviously I want to win as well. I want to win the tournament, and like Stephen does, so you know, I'm not going to be shaking hands and hugging him during the game. We'll do that before and after.
I'm looking forward to this one, Bobby, tonight. Highlights on the way this evening on BBC Two. I remember Steve Bunting's debut here. It was almost like he was just glad to be here. He was in the bar all the time. He was in the middle of everything. He was on the pints of WKD. This year, very, very different. He's got his family. You hardly see him. He's here only to play darts.
Yeah, he's changed completely. Well, he's a baby, wasn't he? He's only a youngster, then.
Yeah.
And he does all the things that youngsters do. Now he's got a family. He thinks, hang on, I've got to earn a few quid here. He's got to use his head and then use his arm right, and he'll earn a lot of money.
It's interesting because if you're playing someone you don't really know, you can maybe employ more tactics, I would imagine. But if someone knows you inside out, they'll be like, oh, there's Darryl slowing down. There's Stephen dropping a dart.
Well, they wouldn't do that. They know each other, been on the circuit all the time. If you don't hate, you've got to share rooms with these guys sometimes. And if you hate each other, that's no good. You've got to hate it when you're up there. You've got to say, got to rip his head off while you're up there.
Yeah.
After it's finished, that's the game of darts. They cuddle each other. You see them. I don't like that bit, but they do. They all cuddle each other, don't they, like footballers. So that's that. So he's not, excuse me, he's not going to do that. He's not going to barrack or nothing.
Right, you all right?
I'm there.
I don't want you to keel
that.
over on air. Can Darryl beat Stephen Bunting tonight? Because I know you're so big on the top half of the draw on Bunting.
Got a tough. He can beat him. Yeah, of course he can.
What's he need to do?
He's got to score really heavy, and he's got his doubles straight away.
And how
And
important?
if he puts them both together, he's got a chance to beat Bunting, because Bunting is doing that.
Yeah.
He's scoring and then he's doubles.
And it's over 7 sets, which is a
7
big game.
sets. If you get beat, you can't argue.
Yeah.
It'll be a good game.
Okay, thank you very much to Bobby George, as always. Back here tonight, as I said, and tomorrow afternoon. Stevie Bunting is back. He means business, and we'll have highlights later.
Since the tournament was first staged in 1978, 21 different names have been engraved on this, the most famous trophy in world darts. And 3 former champions are in the field here at Lakeside for the 2013 tournament.
Nothing is going right for John Boy tonight.
Dawson. That's the one.
Jimi Hendrix calls the tune, and the 3-time world champion is out. We will have a new winner at Lakeside in 2013.
Good evening and welcome to day 3 of ESPN's coverage of the 2013 BDO World Darts Championships, coming to you live from the legendary Lakeside Country Club. We've already had, of course, a fantastic weekend of darts so far, as we've seen The current champ is out, and both former champs that were in the field at the start of the tournament have fallen as well, which means on Sunday, not only will we have a brand new champion, he will be the 22nd person in the history of this illustrious competition to raise the trophy above his head. We have 3 first-round matches for you tonight live, which will conclude the first round. So let's take a look at the results from the first round so far. In the top half, interestingly, all 8 seeds have gone through. The Masters champion Stephen Bunting is through. Daryl Fitton, the Dazzler's through for the first time in 4 years, alongside his great mate Tony O'Shea. But in the bottom half, well, it's a very different story. 3 debutantes and 3 unseeded players already through. Seeds that have fallen include the 3-time champ Martin Adams, Gary Robson's out, Martin Atkins too. The remaining 3 second-round spots, as you see, will be decided this evening. One of the seeds through is the number 12 seed, Scott Mitchell. He's through to the second round for the first time in his career. He was up against Mark Mareely, who'd also never been past the first round at Lakeside. It turned out to be a real tussle before Scotty Dog closed it down in 5 sets to the delight of the Lakeside faithful. An emotional moment it was too for Scott and all the Mitchell fam